Recent archaeological discoveries that basically rewrite history. One, a massive tomb with a connection to one of the greats. Smack dab in the middle of Greek farmlands sits a burial mound that's home to a huge tomb. Its date sits around the 4th century BC when Alexander the Great died, which means this might actually be his tomb. Archaeologists found sphinxes, marble statues, and colorful mosaics throughout this royal crypt. 2. The new Dead Sea Scrolls. The Bible gets the great-grandpa treatment every time the Dead Sea Scrolls are talked about, but there might be evidence of more scrolls with the discovery of a new cave in the Judean desert, 60 years after the discovery of the original ones. While they didn't find any scrolls, the broken jars, wrappings, and strings from around 4000 BC are serious proof the scrolls exist, and that they were stolen. 3. A museum stumbled onto a baby mummy. This mummy's big discovery spent a long time, more than a century, hanging around in a Cambridge museum before a creepy surprise appeared. At first, researchers just thought the inside of the tomb was home to nasty mummified organs and nothing else, but they were wrong. Thanks to the science of CAT scans, they found out it was a fetus from a miscarriage. 4. A Bronze Age house on stilts. You'd never expect to find an amazing discovery from pickled British ruins, but this happened. Excavations found the remains of Bronze Age houses built on stilts when the area used to be a swamp thousands of years ago. What kept the ruins and artifacts so well preserved was a fire that collapsed the houses into the river, protecting them for millennia. 5. This Neanderthal cave is older than every cave ever. France loves them some prehistoric caves. Just ask them about all the paintings in Lascaux. Over in the sleepy village of Bruniquel, archaeologists kept the reputation going when a newly discovered cave filled with evidence of Neanderthal life. What makes this amazing is the Bruniquel cave's date is 176,500 years old, almost 40,000 years older than the previous cave. 6. Construction workers found these prehistoric lovers. Love knows no age, and these two Neolithic fossils are undeniable proof. Some workers in the farm country of Valdaro, Italy, stumbled onto these two skeletons when they were building a new warehouse. The two are Stone Age lovebirds and were injured by flint weapons 6,000 years ago. 7. Awesome finds from a Roman shipwreck. Once upon a time, there was a Roman ship from the port of Caesarea that sank after a storm, taking all of its cargo with it. 1,600 years later, divers recovered beautiful artifacts like statues and coins from that ship. The statues were in an odd place in Roman culture by then. Christianity had become the state religion, so those statues were unnecessary by the time they sank. 8. The House of Gates had a huge hallway. How can a bunch of Israeli archaeologists overlook a big ol' opening? Well, in 2016, they found one of the Roman era, and it's massive. There's still a lot of excavation to go, but from what they can see, this portal might be part of an ancient fortification. 9. Science found a Mayan superhighway. People know the Mayans for their doomsday calendar we freaked out about for no reason. But we underestimate the Mayans, and scientists let us know this when they scanned the jungles of Guatemala and found an ancient network of roads. They covered an astounding 140 kilometers and helped create Mirador, the cradle of Mayan civilization. 10. The mystery of a hidden jungle city solved. For more than a century, there have been rumors of this white city in Honduras lost for 1,000 years. Finally, engineers made the rumors a reality and found a rectangular clearing in the jungle filled with more than 50 objects and a curved shape. There's some static between archaeologists and scholars who aren't really sure if this lost city is the real deal, however. 11. King Tut's tomb has hidden chambers. No one's thought to look what's on the other side of the walls of King Tut's tomb. With the magic of radar, however, they found evidence of hidden chambers, and more importantly, mysterious objects. Curious archaeologists think that there might be another royal there, like Queen Nefertiti. 12. Climate change was Genghis Khan's secret weapon. The legendary Mongolian conqueror has movies and co-stars a Netflix show. He's so powerful. But a few scientists playing around with the history of trees in Mongolia actually discovered Genghis Khan's real reason for the success of his conquests. really awesome weather. The rainfall and mild weather of the time made plant growth perfect for the horses that were super important for the famous cavalry army that helped him take all of Asia. 13. Some Vikings wrapped their dead with Muslim prayers. A Viking funeral is normally set for people on their way to Valhalla, but new discoveries showed they believed in different gods. Some Viking funeral clothing were found covered with Arabic characters showing reference to Allah. Researchers said that Vikings traveled to the east, learned and embraced Islam, and used Middle Eastern silk for funerals. 14. Jamestown colony has hidden graves. Apparently there were many more people buried next to Pocahontas. The 1603 church from the Jamestown colony had an excavation in 2013, and they found 4 bodies from Britain's first shot at the New World. They've been ID'd as important people from the original colony. Hopefully they weren't one of the guys that suffered such a terrible death. 15. Humans lived in North America way longer than imagined. This mastodon site in chill San Diego might be evidence that humans lived in Cali way before the US existed, or Native Americans, or most civilizations for that matter. These stones, skeleton, and bone flakes are signs that there may have been some smashing the pieces as a bone quarry of some kind. The wildest part about this is that the site has been dated 100,000 years more than any human has been thought to exist in the Americas.